Good day everyone, so Nilou and Triple Dendro, certainly a bit of a meme team, and that is actually what this video was supposed to be about. But as I started playing, it really got very interesting, so I want to discuss a couple of very interesting observations. So let's just kick it off. With Nilou herself, you can obviously get the little Hydro Aura ring, and you can also get like the sword stance at the same time. So as you can see here, I had like the ring, and now I sort of refreshed my E ability. Now I've got the ring, now I've got the sword stance. Both of them work at the exact same time. Even if you start off with, let's say, the sword stance and then you get the ring, you can still continue the sword stance, or the other way, if you have the ring, you can then obviously follow up with a sword stance. Point is, you have enough Hydro, and if you noticed there just like a moment ago and so on, we had so much Hydro with Nilou that we actually overtook Nahida's like bit of Dendro and so on. So that is something that can actually happen. Obviously with this weapon type we have a lot of energy recharge, so with that and the fact that Nilou gets quite a lot of particles when she hits the enemy with her E, we have that her elemental burst is not a problem. You always have it like online, which is like so cool. Now, one of the interesting things about a team like this is obviously you have to play with Nilou a bit more actively on the field, so you have to have the ring and you have to actively attack to get the most out of the little Dendro core explosions. But this presents a bit of an interesting conundrum because, well, if you've noticed, my Nilou's health is not exactly very high. Well, obviously we can sort of remedy that by using Yao Yao, and Yao Yao's off-field healing is not that good. So when she's on field, it's no problem, she can heal up everyone, but that is exactly my point. Yao Yao is problematic because you have to choose between having her on field or having Nilou on field, and as you can see here, my poor little Nilou is almost dead, and we didn't even have Yao Yao's elemental burst to sort of save her. So this is the problem that I have with Yao Yao, because if you took this same situation and you replaced Yao Yao with Kokomi, well, not only do you then have consistent off-field healing, the entire team dynamic and how you should play the team completely changes. And what I mean by this is that with Kokomi in the team, you can consistently cycle through all of your abilities. You can iframe with your elemental burst, and as you do so with each one of your team members and you manage your Dendro and Hydro uptime, you are actively healing them. You're healing away the chip damage or any damage that an enemy can give you, and if you are in trouble, you can very quickly just use Kokomi's elemental burst, which would also then trigger an additional 2 units worth of Hydro, and you can get more into bountiful cores like that. But you can then use Kokomi to attack the enemies. You will effectively then restore health for the team. You'll then also introduce a third additional source, which is the Oceanute Clam, and you'll get a bit more damage from that. So the fact that Kokomi is on the field is sort of mitigated by the fact that she'll have a bit of additional damage that she could then contribute towards the team, and all this while still applying Hydro and obviously then triggering bountiful cores. So from my perspective, there is so much packed into what Kokomi provides from a utility perspective, and in a certain sense Yao Yao will never be able to match this. So when people try to run Yao Yao and Xingshu, I think that a lot of Yao Yao's weaknesses are actually covered by Xingshu. I think the fact that you do get damage reduction and so on very clearly highlights how poor Yao Yao's healing is. And think about this, it's not that her healing is bad when she uses her elemental burst, it's how her healing is distributed and how it affects your team dynamics, the order in which you're going to be applying and putting your abilities onto the field. And that is my big criticism of Yao Yao and Nilou Bloom teams. In contrast with Kokomi, you actually have much more flexibility in how you wish to manage your team dynamics. You're not forced to be on field and do normal attacks. You're not forced to be on field to get your Dendro application off like with Yao Yao. With Kokomi, in contrast to Xingshu and Yelan, you can just let it run, and obviously if the enemies are very far away, well, you can use your Nilou elemental burst to hit a lot of enemies in a wide AoE. You can use your Kokomi elemental burst to hit enemies at range and still hit them wherever they are, and trigger like the little Dendro cores and so on. It's just the real flexibility of what Kokomi offers is just so good, and what really highlights it to me was actually playing this little meme team. So as much as this was supposed to be a bit of a joke video, there were quite a lot of interesting observations, and certainly confirming, for me at least, my suspicions on why Yao Yao, whilst good, is not the best for Nilou Bloom teams. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and if you found this video helpful. Yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.